Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again, back in FortressCraft Evolved. It's the first couple days of 2022, new year. I figured, you know what? It's been almost 2 years since I started the last season of FortressCraft Evolved, and I figured, you know what? Let's start another season right here in 2022. So, without further ado, let's hop right into this. Let me kind of give you guys a brief little overview, some of the plans I have for this season, because it's going to go a little bit different than just a standard kind of survival season. It'll be a little bit easier to understand once I kind of go over everything I want to do. So right off the bat, you can see I've kind of gone through the tutorial already. I think by this point, those of you that are watching this have either gone through the tutorial a bunch of times yourself, or you watched me do it in the last season. So I don't really feel like I need to go through that again. So you can kind of see I've got the rudimentary base set up. I've got some laser energy transmitters going to some basic resources. I think I got tin down there, coppers over there. And we got just a very, very basic setup. Basic laser energy transmitters. I don't even have any basic conveyors down. Right now, I'm just kind of hand feeding things into the smelter here. You can see I got a little hot bar down here, so I can throw some ore in there whenever I get a chance. Nothing in there right now. But the plan this season is I for sure have some low-hanging fruit, relatively speaking, in that I want to make kind of a mega factory, or a factory that produces everything in the game. And so to help me accomplish that, I've kind of set, we're in permaday, so we'll always have solar power available. I set the power and ore to plentiful, because I'm not going for a super survival, playthrough, so I don't want to have to be scrounging for resources. But there are a couple things that I want to try. Number one, I want to have a pretty expansive power grid. I didn't turn on the nuclear reactor mod. I may do that a little bit farther down the road, but I want to get away with a lot of solar, a lot of, organic solar panels. I kind of want to have like a solar farm somewhere that will kind of help feed everything. I might even do it wherever I end up putting my factory. But another thing I want to do is I don't want to really kind of get to the point where I'm building a lot of just ore extractors. I don't really, I've been there, done that. And something that I really liked in the last season was the quarry. So I kind of want to figure out a spot where, I don't know, I think we're still kind of very early in the episode to figure that out. But I want to find a spot long term where I can just set up massive amounts of quarries. And with massive amounts of quarries is going to come massive amounts of conveyor filters and everything of that nature. So I kind of want to do all of my mining with quarries, have all that stuff filter out, go to a series, a super kind of smelter setup, and have that all eventually feed into a factory, right? So I've kind of done a little bit. You can see I've got kind of like a little bunch of storage crates set up over there, kind of a wall that I can just kind of, spam E at and bring everything up. But I've kind of been working on this area over here, just ever so slightly. We are still using the Tricky's Hopper mod, because I don't want the challenge to necessarily be just a ton of storage crates, or what do they call them? Storage hoppers, right? I don't want a bunch of regular 100-slot hoppers being a limiting factor. So we've got the larger hoppers. I do have the Mark II auto excavator mod on as well as the GPS, so I can kind of figure out where I am. But just kind of the same mods I used the last time. And the plan as it currently stands is I'm going to kind of build a factory, a mega factory in a mountain. And I've kind of determined, let me make some stairs so I can get up here. I've kind of determined that this mountain over here will at least be the start of the factory. You can see we have a big old chasm over here. I'm going to fill that in. I'm unsure about how high I want this to be. Right now, I'm getting it set up for a 5x5 opening. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's going to kind of be something like this. But I kind of almost want it to blend into the surroundings, right? So I kind of want it to be just look like a mountain, and then you go in and there's a big old factory, right? And so that's kind of the plan. We're going to kind of build that out in this direction. I think I have plenty of space, but I don't know for sure what that's going to look like. So things will be evolving. Things will be changing kind of as time goes on. And I'm thinking somewhere over in these directions, right? Because it's kind of close to where the factory is going to be. In the factory, this is going to be kind of the front. I'm unsure if I'm going to have it go just expand that way and back, or kind of it be thinner and longer or whatever. But I'm thinking about having the quarries and stuff out in this direction and power farming out in this direction, right? So leaving this open for, I don't know, research or something. We'll figure something out. Obviously, in the early game, we're going to need to just be... We're just working on building up basic machines. But then as soon as we can kind of get the advanced filters, all the different basic and regular smelters with the, the induction and all that stuff on there, we'll kind of get that all running. And I've done a little bit of research so far. I've got a little bit of research points. What have I done? There's like some stuff in here, right? Advanced conveyor filter. We want that. Priority splitter. We're going to want that. Gear maker. Oh, and that's another thing. I see this attack scanner. I do have all the mobs set to trivial. We're going to need them for when we get to like Frozen Factory so we can get all the chromium lenses. And that's actually a good way to kind of segue into the stretch goal, depending on how the season goes, depending on how long I feel like this is taking. I want to try to make it so that the railgun can fire as efficiently as possible. So what does that mean for us, right? So that means I want to have just massive amounts of compressed freeze-on canisters going up, cooling down everything, and just try to get the railgun to shoot just kind of as fast as possible. So that's going to be kind of a mammoth undertaking. But that's kind of the theme of this season, is just like massive undertakings. And I don't know how frequently I'll be able to put out episodes. I kind of, just on the subject of 2022, I've been doing a lot of stuff in my personal life that's kind of cut into the time I have to make videos, but I want to make a concerted effort to try to just put out more stuff. I got goals. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, right? So, little goals like that. And, I really want to kind of give it my all to try to make this content, a little bit better, a little bit more frequent. I'll still be doing other series on the side. So, as this is being filmed, as I'm writing all this stuff, oh, look at that. A research pod. How nice. So as this is being filmed, I'm still doing the dismantle playthrough as well. So, if you're watching this and you haven't watched that, they're being filmed at roughly the same time. And, I just want to keep the theme of putting out more content. I think, I've got to be getting close to 100 videos. And when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't really know where it was going to go. I didn't really have any plans. I was just kind of making it for fun. And it still is that. I just make these videos because I think it's fun. And, people seem to like these kind of older games that I play. And, I just have a good time doing it. So I'm going to keep doing that. But, I still have goals. I still want to know that I'm doing something well, or well enough for people to kind of, enjoy it along with me and give me the feedback that I like and all that kind of stuff. So this is also, I guess, a funny way of just kind of saying thank you guys for kind of all the support over the last 2 years. I feel like the channel's really come a long way. As I'm recording this, I have 475 subscribers. Never in my mind did I think I would ever have that many. And that's just kind of, that's all thanks to you guys, all you guys who go scroll down, click the subscribe button, everyone who leaves the comments, everyone give me tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff in the comments. I do read them all. I try to respond where I can. And, you guys are the ones that kind of motivate me to keep going forward and keep producing things. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And we'll kind of see where this ship takes us, I very much view this as a journey for all of us, because without you guys, this channel doesn't grow, doesn't do anything. And yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of went off on a tangent there, but that's, you know, I've been wanting to get that out for a bit now, and I feel like a new season of FortressCraft, which is kind of what started this channel kind of for real, is a great place to kind of put that all out there for you guys. So thank you guys so much for everything over the last couple of years, and you know, we're going to keep going, or hopefully we're going to keep going better. So without further ado, I guess we can kind of look and do a little bit of planning and kind of see what we need to do next for this playthrough. Right, so we can see that we have quite a bit of, well, not quite a bit. I'm just grabbing ore manually, feeding in there and picking up the bars, right? So that is obviously unsustainable, but we don't have the ability to create these smelters yet. In fact, I don't even know if we can make any smelters. Okay, we can make the basic smelters, but I have to get more stuff. So let's see. Lightweight machine housings, copper wire. I think this is tin. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I've made this, so I don't remember all the recipes by heart. I did find some diamonds, made some focusing lenses, which I'm using one over here to kind of boost up. It's going from here to here to make sure this has enough power in it, because this is also feeding this. I've got another laser energy transmitter just coming straight off the CPH. So rudimentary power grid definitely on the menu. What else can we make? I'm kind of unsure as to where we sit. Power storage. Okay, we're gonna need lithium for that. Pyros. We're gonna need iron at least. Conveyor belts, also tin and copper. Okay, so we can start getting into this soon. How about stamper plates? Okay, so that's kind of another thing, right? So there's kind of two, I guess, elements to everything, right? There's like, we're going to make a basic factory, and maybe that's what I do over here. Something like our starter factory, right? The things where we do basic smelting, basic production, things to progress us and allow us to build more stuff down the line, right? So that's all going to happen. What other recipes? I know there's some stuff that I'm going to need. Lightweight machine housing crafter. Yes. Lithium coil charger. Yes. Solar cell. This is all for my suit. I'm going to want that. Macerators. We are 100% going to need all of this stuff. Laboratory component. GPS tool. I'm just going to... Oh, I only have one. Might as well, right? So another thing, I'm going to need to scan more stuff. In fact, I can probably... Let's go get that research pod that we saw crash, because I need to unlock some more stuff, which means I'm going to need to scan more stuff, and you kind of get that by exploring, right? So I'm still a little unsure about how we're going to lay out all of the quarries and stuff. In the last playthrough, we only had one quarry, and we were really not able to kind of keep it from backing up. So I'm going to need to figure out another kind of option to keep that from happening this time, especially if I'm going to be kind of implementing more and more quarries. Ooh, look at that. So there's the research pod, but it looks like this is a diamond, I think. So we might as well grab that since we're here. If we find any other crystals, that's also nice. But man, I haven't had to not jetpack or just kind of grapple hook around in a while, you know. Oh, unknown block. What do we got? What's unknown? Something? You? Okay. Every unknown block is a blessing, because every scan means more research points, right? I guess. Hey, let me go down a little bit, and we'll just come straight over. No worries. And then on top of that, by getting the research over here, by opening these up, we get the free 5 research points once we get the lab, right? So that will definitely help us unlock some stuff. All right, we'll definitely scan this, right? That's free. Got some stuff down there. Not sure what that is down there. Let me see. Yeah, so we're over here in whatever direction this is, and there's just so much open space. I think this would be perfect for a quarry. You know, well, I don't know how many sustainable, and we're going to be doing the same thing we did the last time, where we're going to have everything, all the ore kind of filter out, all of the combustibles filter out. I'm going to do that a little bit better too. And then all of the rock and stuff is going to macerate, which will help us kind of get some tertiary, or really I guess secondary ore, because I think at a much lower, you'll get it at a much lower level, like at a much lower rate than obviously just mining it straight up. But either way, I think this whole process is going to be very inefficient. And all right, 66,000 coal over here. So at first, like I said, we're going to need to, oh, here we go. At first, we're going to need to kind of get basic resources going. So I guess what we can do is, just missing everything. I guess what we could do is kind of get some basic smelting going. I'm loath to, I really don't like just throwing the stuff in here, right? Just like straight having a belt come in and just hook up there, pop out there, because that kind of backs up and is very messy. But I don't really know if I have another choice, right? I got undergump and crash parts container. All right, well, let's see. Ooh, another thing is I want to have a heist. Oh, actually not a heist. I want like garbage and ore thieves. Right? I want to make my inventory as small as possible. Barkeeper. Works as an ore thief, but for bars. So all of these seem useful. We will have a construction paste grinder set up, because I will want to do, once I get into this factory over here, I will want to kind of make a make it a little bit prettier. You know, I'm not going to make it just completely bare walls, but I will do, I'm still debating whether I'm going to do just actual rooms, but I will do, oh, I guess the lighting needs rooms, so I might end up actually doing a room just for the sake of getting the lighting to work and all that stuff, because I do like the way that looks. But up here in some fashion, we're going to have solar being passed. I don't know. It's still very, very fluid into the planning process, like I said. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. I know it's a kind of a short one, but I kind of wanted to just introduce what's going to happen this season, kind of show you the world we're working with and the setup we've already kind of got, and just kind of detail the plans and all that stuff for the future. So let me know what you guys think about this idea for the new season down below in the comments. Like I said, I love reading the comments. It really brightens up my day and kind of gives me something to look forward to. And give me any suggestions you have about good quarry layouts, or I think I'm going to do solar, but I'm obviously going to make a resin farm at some point too, which will probably feed generators or turbines. I'm going to do some combination of all that, because I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing that in the last episode or the last season, and I want to do it again. It was efficient, it was effective, it was easy to just kind of farm all the resin. So we'll figure out where all it's going to go. Like I said, probably, I don't know, probably out in that direction. Quarries over there. Maybe I'll do a dual quarry setup, like on opposite sides, kind of just for maximum efficiency, because I'm sure, oh man, I have so many questions. So many things we're going to have to figure out, like the tier 3 metals, you know, the chromium and molybdenum. Does that even go into a quarry? I don't know. I might have to do trenchers and all that stuff for that stuff, right? So just all kinds of questions and all kinds of things that we're going to discover along this journey. So I think I'm rambling enough on this one. So again, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you're excited for this new season. I know I am. I do really enjoy this game, and I know DJ, the developer, I know he's working on the next FortressCraft, which I think is going to be kind of like a FortressCraft Evolved 1.5 or whatever. So that's going to be out for, or not out for a while. So, you know, until then, we'll play this game, and I hope to see you guys all there with me. So with that, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.